Hello, welcome to Zen Woman. I'm Kirsty Jones, founder of Zen Woman, and today I'm going to talk to you about goal setting. So, it's really important to set goals, otherwise you're just aimlessly doing things with no idea really in mind, or some vague idea of where you want to go with it and no real reason of how to get there or what you're doing. And we have to be quite clear on our goals on every single step. We also need to make sure that we have long-term, medium and short-term goals to keep us going. So the long-term goals are sort of, if you think about your dream life and the things that you have in your dream life, so your dream job or a nice house or whatever they may be your long-term goals, or maybe you want to accomplish a degree or something like this. Maybe you want to do something like that. That's your long-term goal. We're looking years ahead, maybe 5 or even 10 years ahead. So these are your long-term goals. This is why you're doing everything up into that point. This is the inspiration and the motivation that's going to keep us going, looking at this big picture, not worrying about how we're going to get there yet. So then we have the medium goals. So this can be anything from, a few months or up into a year or something in between. And these medium goals are basically the steps to getting to your dream. So if you want your dream job, your medium goal might be getting this qualification, or maybe it will be your goal will be contacting or networking people that are already in the business, so you can start building that network and getting yourself into the circles of people that already do it to make it easier to be in that life. Maybe, if it's a house, you want to get a certain amount of money in the bank, whatever it is. These are your midterm goals. And it can be months or a year or a few years even. It's just between your big dream and the smaller stuff. These are the things that keep you on track. So these are the things that you really need to tick off to get to that big life, big dream or big goal or whatever it is. And then we have a small term goals, short term goals. So the short term goals can be daily tasks or weekly tasks, and they can be anything from I need to sort out my closet because then I'm going to sell what I'm going to sell to make some more money for whatever. So then you've got a list of short-term goals. Clear the closet. Next week a short-term goal can be to do a car boot with what you've cleared out of your closet. The next week can be whatever else it is. And it can be anything. Like, it can be really quite small into doing some research. Maybe your goal can be by the end of the week I'm going to have researched 5 courses that might help do that. By the end of the week I'm going to have made a decision on whether I want to home study or go somewhere to study. By the end of the week I will make a decision on whether I want to live in a bungalow or a house or a flat, or what sort of city I might want to live in, or maybe it can be anything. It's just something small. So these ones are like the daily ones, and these ones are the ones that keep you going, and they're really fun to tick off every day, because then you feel like you're getting somewhere. Because these daily ones, they're often menial jobs, things that are a little bit annoying that you don't really want to do, and it's hard to see it going towards your big picture. But they are important, because you can't get to your medium goals without your small goals, and you can't get to your big goals without your medium goals. So it's important to do them all. It's a really good idea to do a list or a vision board. So you've got your big thing at the top, all the things underneath that you need to do to get there, and then all the millions of little things that you need to do to get there. Probably not millions, but loads of them. And then you've got basically a to-do list, and you can see yourself getting higher up this list, or crossing bits off, getting further and further towards this goal. And you may find that more small goals come in the way as you get there, because you missed stuff off, or you weren't aware that this would have to happen to get there. Don't worry about it. Each thing you discover, or each failure that you do on the way there, is still bringing you one step closer to that top. You're still one step further away than they were yesterday, last month, last year. If it takes 5 or 10 years, you'll be grateful that you did. Think about if you started 5 years ago, or even 1 year ago, or even a month ago, how far you'd be. So make sure that you have these lists that you can actually tick things off, so you can visually see it. This list is in the physical world, and you can cross it off, and you get that, I've done something towards that dream. Also take the time to reassess, because sometimes our dreams or goals change. Sometimes we think we want this, and the nearer we get to it, we don't really want that, we want something else. So be prepared to allow that adaptability, but also be aware of being led astray. So you can adapt, but don't just adapt to the easier route because it's easier to have this. Spend some time thinking about it. You know, that can be one of your small lists, to have a day of actually researching. Do I actually still want this anymore, or do I want this other option? And going through that. Don't be afraid to change your goals and dreams. Just make sure it is actually what you want, and not just because you're tired of working hard towards the other dream. Remember to look back as well, and to see how far you've come. Even if you're only a week in or a month in, you've still made progress in that time, and it's still worth celebrating, because these celebrations of how far you've come are what's going to keep you going further, and that is what's going to take you to your dream. And also, make people aware of your goals, other people, so that you're accountable, so it's harder to back out and you're more likely to follow things through. And you've got people to remind you when you're having a tough day and you're not sure if you made the right decision. There's someone there to remind you why you signed up or why you decided you wanted to do it in the first place. So I hope this is a little bit helpful in getting some of your goals and dreams out, or at least make a start on them. Let me know how it goes. So if you do a vision board, show us your vision board. Be accountable to the people here in the Zen Woman community. So thank you for watching and listening. I hope this is really helpful for you and helps you progress. And I can't wait to see you in the next video.